Hey YouTube, it's Nerdcat back with another Nerdtastic Halloween episode. For this episode, I decided to do a look loosely based on the whole painting the roses red from Alice in Wonderland. But we're painting those roses with blood, because who doesn't love a little bit of stage blood? I thought it'd be really fun to kind of make a rose girl where the roses are kind of growing out of her and the roses are being painted with her blood. Why? I don't know. I just thought it'd be a really cool, twisted idea and playing off of that whole painting the roses. But yeah, we're gonna hand it over to voiceover Jamie, and I'll see you in the video.
Okay, so the first thing I did was put down these little vine pieces. These were all just made out of Model Magic, and then I put some Pros-Aide on the back of them to place them on my face. Model Magic was the best thing I could think of to use for these, since it's such lightweight, especially when it dries. So I did flatten the edges a little bit on all of these, so that when I put the liquid latex and cotton down, it looks more like it's growing growing out of my skin instead of just sitting on top of it. But yeah, so I just made these pretty quickly and putting the last one on now. So I'm going to show you my concept art for this look. As you can see, I wanted it to be creepy and kind of gory, but also had fun with the makeup to kind of lead into the Wonderland-esque theme. I also have playing cards in that picture because I thought it'd be really fun to also have embedded playing cards, because in the Painting the Roses red scene in Alice in Wonderland, she's doing it with a bunch of playing cards. So I thought it was appropriate. Now I'm going in with our friend liquid latex and some ripped up cotton balls to try and make that illusion of it pulling out of the skin. So you just lay down some you just lay down some liquid latex and then thin sheets of the cotton ball and just kind of smooth it out so it pulls up around the actual piece, but everything else is smooth around it. So it kind of looks like the skin is lifting up slightly, but not in an odd or weird way. I just kind of did that around all of the pieces, so that each edge was covered. Now here I am sizing up some of my playing cards. With this, I just cut the playing card and then put some liquid latex and cotton down first, and then attached it to my head with the liquid latex. And then I smoothed out all the cotton around the edge of the playing card to once again look like it's embedded in my skin. I really liked how these turned out because it looks really cool and creepy. I will say the one on my forehead doesn't make much sense because it wouldn't have gotten that far in, but it still has a cool effect. If you ever want just a really cool effect, glue some use liquid latex and cotton with some playing cards and make them look like they're embedded in your skin. It's super creepy and a really fun thing to do. But yeah, I just put the playing card down and some cotton and pulled the cotton up onto the playing card a little bit as well as pulling it away, so it kind of looks like the skin is ripped. And I wanted more than one card showing in the different spots, so I sized up another piece to put behind it so it looks like multiple cards were thrown. I did make sure that all of the cards that I used were all the heart cards, because, I mean, we were in the Queen of Hearts garden. It only made sense. So we do have the King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts, and then a couple of random heart cards as well, just to play on the theme. Here I'm going to put some more cards on my face. I just thought it would be really a really cool effect to have with the roses. So here I am placing the ace card. Once again, putting some cotton and latex on the cut card and then placing it onto my face with some more liquid latex. I think this card placement was probably my favorite because it looked the most realistic, but since this whole piece isn't really realistic, it all looked cool in the end to me. So yeah, so I did all that around each of the playing cards and the vines. So this piece is actually probably my favorite. It's this vine thorn choker that I just made with Model Magic wrapped around some bendable wire, and I love it oh so much. It came out really cool. And here's where I realized that I was not in focus or in frame for any of the stuff on my chest, but I did put some more vines and a couple of playing cards around my heart, or where my heart is, the same way I did with my face. So now I'm just going in with my foundation and covering up any of the skin tone that is open. I probably should have done this before placing everything to make it easier, but a lot of the time the Pros-Aide doesn't like to stick to foundation, so I just thought it would be easier. And in truth, most of the areas where the prosthetic and the liquid latex is going to be covered with bruising and blood anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But I wanted a foundation for everything, so I just went in with my foundation and covered all of my skin so everything was one tone. I kind of jumped around a lot in this look. I wasn't sure where I wanted to go next, so that's why it's very sporadic. So now I'm doing my eyes. I decided I really wanted some dramatic colored eyes, and I thought blue was the best choice for the fact that, number one, everything else is going to be red because of the blood and the playing cards, and also Alice wears a blue dress. So I did a dark blue on the inner corner and then a lighter blue on the outer corner. Then I softened those edges as well. I also dragged it underneath my eyes, once again to kind of give a softer or a sadder look to her. I don't know, I thought it came out really cool as a contrast to everything else on the face. I also added a little bit of red on the outer corner to tie in the red of the playing cards and everything else. I put a little blush on my nose just to make that a little softer and cuter, which is a complete stark comparison to everything else going on. Now my eyebrows, because I was waiting for Pros-Aide to dry on a lot of the roses, so I needed something else to do while I waited. Now I'm putting more Pros-Aide. This one spot definitely gave me the most trouble because it was the biggest rose, and she did not want to stick. So at one point I think I got her to stick, but then she fell off. So if you see her there and then not, that's what happened. So now I'm doing my eyeliner, and I wanted it to be a very tight line, and I made it dip down at the wing, the very minuscule wing that I added, just to make her eyes look more downcast. I don't know, I thought it would be nice to have like the tight, smaller wing instead of one of my more dramatic wings that I do. And I did bring it a little bit under the waterline as well. Here here I'm touching up the vines because I did get a lot of foundation on them. So I just mixed a green brownish color to just touch up all those spots on the vines. Now here I'm trying to put this big rose right at the top. And she sticks for a while as I try and place the other roses, but as you can see, she fell again. She was the most frustrating of all of the roses, I gotta say. So, as I waited for more Pros-Aide to dry, I decided to lay down some of the red around the cards. So it's just a red and black mixture on the edges of where the skin meets the card. And I did that on the ones on my face, as well as the couple of cards that are on my chest. And I did try to bring it up a little bit onto the cards, as this is going to have more actual blood, stage blood on it. I just wanted the base down. And here I am replacing those damn roses, and she finally stuck. It was so hard. And I put more Pros-Aide down for another rose in that little corner as well. Now I'm going in to do some bruising around all of the wounds. So I went in with some purple to do some dark bruising on all of them. Then went in with some yellow to soften the bruise. And then I believe I also went in with a little bit of red here to kind of brighten it as well. As bruises are multiple colors, I kind of did the same. I also did it in some of the areas where the vine was coming out of my skin. Here I'm placing my final rose. And then trying to figure out where to put some of the leaves to make the vines and stems look a little more realistic, and also cover up some of the entry points, quote unquote, of my thorns. So just with our trusty friend Pros-Aide, I'm just sticking some of these fake leaves in different places as well. The fake leaves definitely helped sell the whole roses thing a little bit more. I think it definitely gave it an extra aspect to the piece itself. Once again, not in frame, but I did the same for the bottom roses as well, adding a couple of leaves here and there. Now I'm going in with a pink lipstick, because I kind of wanted her lips to just look like just slightly pinkish, so I put on a very pink lipstick and kind of blew it out around my lips, and then took some of my cover up and softened it just a little bit more, because I didn't want her to have a dramatic lip. I just kind of wanted it to look soft and natural. And then mascara, because when do I ever not use mascara? It's very hard for me not to. So I did that on the top and bottom lashes with some big chunky mascara. And now I'm painting the roses red. So I took a big brush and some water activated paints and just did a light washing over the roses. Since most of the roses I was going to cover in stage blood, I wanted at least some paint down on them already, just so they looked like they have been painted, and then I went in with some of the stage blood later.
And that's pretty much it. I'm going to add some final touches, and I will see you at the full reveal. here's the final look. I am ecstatic with how this turned out. It's creepy and gory, but there's also a beauty and a melancholy about it that just really works together. In all honesty, I had no idea going into this how it was going to turn out. I just had a drawing, and that's pretty much it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But no idea how it was gonna work, or if it was gonna work at all, but I think it came out really cool and creepy, and that's what I was going for. So if you guys liked it, please hit that like button. If you want to see more Nerdtastic Halloween, please hit that subscribe. And if you feel ever so inclined, please leave me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this look. Anyway, that's it for me. Until next time, as always, stay nerdy, my friends. Later!